So when it comes to criminal justice issues, you got 6 criminal justice issues. One, in Arizona, require that anybody convicted of child sex trafficking must receive a sentence of life imprisonment. Yeah, at the very least, right? Jesus fucking Christ. And it's Arizona too, so who knows what the fuck is going on in goddamn Arizona. So that's Proposition 313. The child sex traffickers, the child sex traffickers are going to get life in prison as a minimum, right? Life in prison as a minimum. Makes me think a little bit about Matt Gaetz. To be trafficking, you know, it almost, you have to have, you got to have the duct tape, and you got to have 3 people, and it's got to be in the trunk or inside or in the back of the thing. You know, if it's, you gave a ride to a 17-year-old to someplace, you know, maybe there's something that had happened or maybe not. The maybe something had happened is the important thing, right? Giving a 17-year-old a ride down the street, it's almost like, nah, I don't want any people giving any kind of implications. You walk. But that's just the one exception, right? That's egregious, right? The trafficking, fuck a trafficker, fucks people that are taking underage children, right, from one place to another in order to allow people to be Jeffrey Epstein and friends, you know, the Bill Clinton and the Donald Trumps and all the Epsteiners out there. Arizona also has 314 provide for several changes to criminal and immigration law, including allowing police to arrest non-citizens who enter Arizona from foreign countries at locations other than official ports. We're talking about Mexico, right? Non-citizens from foreign countries. I guess it could be anybody coming in from Mexico, right? They'll probably pass that, right? So that's allow police to arrest illegal migrants. So that'll probably get passed, right? So that's Arizona. California increased penalties for certain drug crimes and theft convictions and allow a new class of crime to be called treatment mandated felony. That's interesting. I mean, California, they have some fucking progressive shit, and then sometimes they just kind of propose some weird ass shit. Proposition 36, increased penalties for certain crimes, so treatment mandated felonies. Are we talking about, is this fentanyl or something? Who knows? I like Portugal. I like when they have sweeping policies, so that way people aren't confused about what we're actually talking about. So now we have Colorado Amendment 1 and 128 and 130. So let's see. Amendment number 1 is remove the right to bail in cases of first-degree murder when the proof is evident or the presumption is great. So the right to bail, I don't think you have a right to bail with murder anyways, but apparently they feel like they need to put this up. Who's putting this up too? Because you need 55% of Coloradans to pass anything now, because who gives a shit, right? If it's majority, not majority, we're not trying to make sense anymore. Right to bail, no right to bail for first-degree murderers when the, presumption, proof is evident. Proof is evidence and presumption great. So yeah, I mean, there is some people are trying to do like $1 million bails just to keep people in behind bars anyways. Proposition 128, require that persons convicted of certain violent crimes serve more of their sentences before being eligible for parole. Certain violent crimes. So, serve majority of sentence for a violent crime before parole. That's interesting. I kind of want to read a little bit about the wording of that. So let's take a look at Colorado's. See, not the right to an abortion. We're going to spend $350 million to help recruit, train, and retain local law enforcement officers, which is fine, but we're also going to provide an additional benefit. This is different. For families of officers killed in the line of duty. So we're going to say, no, we're not for to fund the police. We're going to be for fund the police and then keep funding the police and then fund the police some more. That's Proposition 130. Wait, That's what 130 is? I thought we just said something else. Proposition 130 here says a new fund. No. Proposition 128. Okay, so let's go back. I don't see where Proposition 128 is. I see Proposition 127. Well, this doesn't have Proposition 128 written down, so we can't get any extra information from it. So we'll just have to try to make sense of this. I guess it's just certain violent crimes. Who knows which violent crimes, so-called violent crimes. If there's no injury, then how could that be a violent crime? So somebody would have to be injured, right? And so we're like, there's no rape. It's only sexual assault in Colorado. So a person cannot be convicted of raping anybody in Colorado because it's just sexual assault. And then sexual assault, that would be a violent crime, I'd like to think. Therefore, they got to serve most of their sentence before they're eligible for parole. Proposition 130, we're going to allocate state revenue to a new fund called the Police Officer Training and Support Fund for law enforcement recruitment, retention, training, and death benefits. So I thought there was another thing where we're going to make sure we finance the police, and we're not going to finance the police, we're going to finance their pensions. That's the most important thing, right? Make sure they can retire, comfortably. I don't know, man. There's a lot of fucking fucked up shit that happens, and until we can actually get on the same page, a cop could just I'll jack you up, they could just provoke a person and then arrest him. And then in this culture, Christopher Mondragon killed a person, but he wasn't arrested, right? So I guess he's got a PhD in law. I mean, if you're going to do murders, right, well then make sure you run away. Don't read the laws. Don't read planning and zoning. Definitely don't call 911. Don't depend on the damn police. Just go ahead and take the truck, take the damn thing from Kenny John. Take Kenny John's life, take his trailer, take the four-wheeler, and then just run. And then, he wasn't arrested, so therefore the fucking system don't know what to fucking do. Well, what do we do? Well, I don't know. The damn fucking clerk ain't going to arrest him. The fucking judge and the DA's not going to arrest him. So if a cop doesn't arrest a person, then the whole damn court system's all bunk and bullshit. It's like, goddamn. Proposition 130, allocate state revenue. There almost should be like main, categorical imperative crimes. If murder, rape, assault, or stealing, above $1,000 or some shit, cops have to arrest that person. They have to go arrest that person. Oh, they fired drive-by shootings. Who do you think it was? Oh, you think that it's Kenny Capin? You definitely know Robert Pickerell's a part of that shit. Then he has to get fucking arrested. Allocate state revenue to a new fund. So let's see, the peace officers, right? Hey, we're just peace officers, the violent sons of bitches. Fucking, I mean, that should tell you a lot right there. Oh, you're peace officers, huh? Okay, right. Yeah, I'm a peace officer. I saw one of the peace officers in Colorado just shoot a guy for putting a pill in his mouth. Yeah, that's so fucking peaceful. It was peaceful. He's medicating himself, right? Christopher Glass, the cops killed Christopher Glass and Elijah McClain. Cops are really crap when in Colorado. So, I don't know. There might be enough conservatives in there. It almost seems like they're trying to make Colorado red again, right? I mean, Colorado was the first one to legalize marijuana. They're the pioneers in this shit. And now they're just going so far back reactionary up their own assholes, It's like, what the fuck?